Hey y'all, welcome back to Clear Lake Fishing TV. Today was oppressively hot. Truck told me it was 107. Oh man, that's nothing to play with. So I took the afternoon off and here we are evening. It's about an hour and a half before sunset and I'm gonna see if I can find another bite. Let's go. This heat down here has really been a pain. My first day down here, I got about a half day on the water and I only found one fish, but couldn't even share that with you because GoPro's overheated and seized up, wouldn't film. Brutal. And then I got on a nice topwater bite this morning. Missed about half those fish because of GoPro issues, and turns out my new GoPro on my chest wasn't recording audio and it was recording in like fast forward mode. I don't even know what that's about. Hopefully I got that fixed and you're hearing this now. So in the previous videos you missed all my witty banter. Right. But I did make comment on where I've been. It's been a couple months since I posted anything meaningful. And I was down here in March, I think was probably the last videos I posted, and then I came down in April for the annual Bassapalooza, me and my bros, and we had a great time, but I didn't bring the cameras out, man. I just wanted to like fish with my friends and not have to deal with GoPro this and angles that, and yeah, I don't know. Not that I didn't want to bring y'all along with me, it's just too much to juggle, so no recording on that trip. Big fish of the trip was just shy of 7 pounds. Just kind of shows what a weird spring it was. We didn't catch numbers, but the fish we caught were generally pretty good. But the only bite I could find was Kitex in the emerging weed beds. And those were all like the pre-spawn staging males and like the very, very front-running females. But watching everybody else's videos about spring down here, it just seems like it was very atypical. As was the rest of the country, apparently. Now, I did plan to come back about a week and a half after that mid-April trip. Well, let me back that story up a little bit. While I was down here, I kept reading articles about Toyota Tundras falling prey to catalytic converter theft. Because apparently those sons of motherless goats that steal catalytic converters had raped and pillaged about every Prius in the United States. So they were moving on to other quarry. And I guess what makes the Tundra super appealing is there's not two catalytic converters like you'd have in a Chevy or a Dodge or a Ford. But those are prime targets too, just because there's so much clearance underneath. But a Toyota Tundra has 4. So bang for your buck. If you're one of these douchebags who steals catalytic converters and thinks that's something to do, Toyota Tundra, I guess. So, reading that, knowing that, I felt obligated to try and protect my new truck. So I did some research while I was down here in the evenings, and I found myself a cat guard, which is basically a giant aluminum plate that bolts up underneath and covers all your cats. So I ordered it, and since it's such a national problem, there was a bit of a back order on it, and I was looking at about a 2-week delivery time. And about 4 days before that catalytic converter shield was due to show up at my front door, I went fishing with my buddy in the kayaks, somewhere we've been going for years, and it's fairly public. In fact, the frontage road where I was parked was right next to Interstate 5. But we finished our morning of fishing, and I loaded up the kayak and turned the key, and I knew exactly what happened. Your boy Steve-O got jacked. My poor Toyota Tundra sounded like an old shovel head with straight pipes. Yeah, I was pissed. So that bagged the trip coming down here while I waited a couple weeks for them to track down some cats for me. Can't get Toyota ones, they're on a national back order, and I would have been over 500 on the list deep. So they hooked me up some universals, did some nice welds. Seems to be a real good job, and so far I'm not throwing any error codes, so I'm happy. But you know, after I got the cats put back on, it just seemed every week had some little nagging thing. A dentist appointment here, and a physical there, and a blood draw, and maddening. Maddening when all you want to do is get down here and chase green fish around the lake. But I had a nice Father's Day with the family. Next morning I took off, and here I am. Yesterday was the first day of summer. Had a rough day fishing yesterday, but this morning I got on a nice topwater bite with the poppers, and then late morning I was throwing the drop shot that I'm throwing now in deeper water. And like I said, I took the afternoon off, went home, downloaded some video, made myself an early dinner, charged up the batteries in the boat again, charged up the GoPro batteries, tried to assess why I didn't get any audio dump, and well, here we are about 6 o'clock, a couple hours before sunset, 2.5 hours. It's still hot, but at least there's the breeze, so it's helping cool it down a little bit. And I'm just sticking to the plan I had this morning. I'm going to fish it in reverse order. I'll throw this drop shot on some offshore structure for a while, and once the sun sets behind Canocti and Buckingham there, I think I'm going to move up to the shore, and if the wind does me a favor and dies down a little bit, I'm going to start throwing that popper again, or maybe a frog. But yeah, fishing in 16 feet of water. I got a reef in front of me that shallows up to 6 foot. I graphed a few fish about mid-slope on the pile. It's a pretty big pile. I'd actually call it a reef out here. We'll see if we can't find a greenfish or two, or 3 or 5 or 20. Wouldn't hurt my feelings. Might hurt my thumb though. But I had to do some very creative gluing on this thing with the crazy glue. It's nice and thick now though. I did the knucklehead move of reaching into a bass mouth that had a popper in it with 2 nice sticky sharp treble hooks. Wouldn't you know it, right as I was getting my grip on that lower lip, that thing went bananas. Sunk that hook in me. We were connected via a treble hook for 2.2 nanoseconds, enough for that thing to go right down to the bend and then tear right out of my finger. It opened me up good. I was hemorrhaging all morning, and trying to clean it up when I got home started hemorrhaging again. I was able to glue it this morning on the boat, and it held just long enough for me to pull in, and while I was putting the boat on the trailer, I tore it open again. So I had the joy of crazy gluing a wound, not once, but twice. And if you've ever done that, you know how good that feels. Decent fish. Alright, topwater bite's turning back on. Okay, sun goes down. Hopefully topwater bite comes up. That's a nice size fish. This is a giant follower. Oh, there we go. God, I love topwater. That's a little guy, but he is angry. I don't need any more holes in my thumb, please. Man, you got yourself all wrapped up in there. There we go. Sundowner topwater fish. Oh man, something jacked up your eye. Dude, this fish is jacked up. Poor guy. Something magical about this hour. That sun drops down, this topwater bite picks up. Whew. Beautiful thing. Oh, there's one right there. Come on. Oh, dude. Another one got away. I saw him come up and grab it too. That was rad. Oh man, come on. Ooh, so angry. Dude. God, these little flies are about to descend upon me and ruin my shit. I don't know if the microphone's picking them up, but man, you can hear them up in those trees. Sounds like 10 billion mosquitoes. They're starting to gather around me. I don't know if you can see me in this light or not, but that sundowner topwater bite is super rad. The bugs, not so rad. So it seems the bites died off and the bugs have picked up. I'm going home. See ya!